cash to everyone, right? In your retirement account, you've lost money today for no reason. The retirement you worked for your whole life for no reason is down.
Dude, when you say this real quick, all I want to yell is, wake up! Like, I want to like go in homes and shake their brain. Like, Dre, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to get back to right now. I want to yell, wake up!
All right, welcome back to Unlock Your Mind. I'm Andre Pennington. Follow me on IG, Andre Pennington. I'm with my co-host, Jason Beauvais, the co-founder of Universal Wealth. And what are we talking about today? Let's talk about world domination, bro.
Dude. All right, yes. But dude, I want to talk about something. We were talking off camera. And it's funny, man, before you do these shows. First of all, can I say one thing?
You go, man.
Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see this. You might not be able to hear me, but hold on.
Hey, go right on up to the camera. Yeah.
First of all, I don't know how to wear this thing. I don't know if it's going to be. This might not look like it's supposed to get done here. That says F&G Universal Wealth. Now, I asked them for a hoodie. I have to teach F&G. You know, they sent me a little, it looks like I'm getting wealthy or something with this thing. Right? I don't know if it was a pop the collar or put it down. But I want to start there because we're talking world domination, right? And I want to talk about what I think we should talk about what two dudes with a vision and a dream and then just massive work ethic, what it turns into. But I really don't want to, let's talk about since October, what's happened.
All right, since October.
We can go back. I met you. Let's talk about what has happened since October when we decided to say we're going to bet on ourselves and we're going to go full in together, right? And what's taking place. So I'm going to start with this because I think it's awesome, right? I remember we're like, hey, we should like do this podcast thing, or we should like let's get on a show. And you're like, bro, I don't want to get behind the camera. You're like, nah, man. Like, all right, dude, I'm cool. I got my thing. And then, dude, you were awkward as hell the first time I remember we're doing it, everything, right? But I just looked yesterday, and I think between two videos, you know, and you didn't start launching social media or really start to do stuff till November. And I think you're over, it's like 11 million views on these two different videos that like, and we're like laughing. We're like, bro, like you hit 11 million. 11 million views within two videos, and you just started really doing social media in November. But I will tell you, I've watched you be relentless on it. You're on it every day. You're doing your stuff. You're hitting on it. The content you have is changing people's lives. But I want to start there and work way backwards. So October, we say, let's rock and roll, right? We've already been together for a while, but we said, let's actually just get all the old heads away from us. Get all the old ideologies away. Get people that think they know what they're doing and they've been outdated forever. We call them the dinosaurs. We got them out of the way. And then we said, let's do us, right? And then we just started trying things, right? Like you already were successful. We already been successful in our spaces. We know how to build a finance and insurance company, right? We've been killing it. But then November to last month, one video and another video, just those videos, 11 million. And I remember they came in with the balloons and shit. I loved it. I was watching it all, right?
At 5 million, they came in with the balloons.
5 million.
Hey, that was what, last week?
Last week.
So another 6 million on top of that.
So here's my point to why I'm saying that, right? And I'm starting there and we'll work through the story, right? We had an idea that we should probably start doing more social media in November. And dude, this thing's going to be 20, 30, 40 million. Your followers went from 0 to like, I can't even keep up. You're like, it's crazy, right? But we said it was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's what I want to talk about real quick. Like we start world domination. We keep telling everybody, I mean, I don't know if everyone's listening. Hey, dude, we're coming.
We're coming.
F&G gets it. F&G, one of the multi-billion-dollar company backed by a big, billion, what are they?
BlackRock?
I know BlackRock, Blackstone.
Blackstone, yeah.
Right? Multiple billions, right? Almost the trillions. They're like, we're going to bet on you guys. Right, so like everyone like, oh, you guys hey, when billion-dollar companies bet on you, you roll. So I'm starting there, and I don't want to sound conceited or cocky today, but I want to talk the truth today because the reality is, when you want to be around people, you want to be around when the move's happening, not when the move happened. And right now, what's happening between the synergy of October to today, I've watched you go from I got some ideas to training these massive insurance companies on how to do the idea.
Fortune 500 companies.
Like legit, like on there. And they're like, well, I've never heard that before. And you're like, oh, and then we got people, we're just doing our thing. And we have people that have thousands of agents, now 10,000 calling us saying, hey, dude, like we want to try to merge up with you, right? Like this is happening every single day. But I think it comes from a core of this, dude. Like I watch you every day. Get up, not worry about the outside noise, and we grind. And I think it's funny because we talk off camera. We're like, these fuckers don't even know we're coming. Like, this is I'm going to get you behind the curtain. This is unfiltered. You have kids. There might be some cuss words. He's not going to cuss. He stopped, but I might throw some. But we literally say it every day. These fuckers don't even know we're coming. Now, you can fill in that, right? But they don't even know what's happening.
No.
Explain. Andre says this to me all the time. He calls me every day. He's like, you know what blows my mind, Jason? He doesn't talk like that. I'm just totally making a voice like that. He's like, how can I personally outproduce like thousands of agents inside some of these companies? Like, how is it possible? I was like, Andre, you have a gift, first of all. But then he turns around and says, you probably should bring them all here, because if I can do this and we can teach what you know and I know, then actually this industry might actually get some help. Because all you're actually doing when you're outproducing everyone is creating concepts that people should be doing for their clients that they're not doing. Because I don't know if you saw it today, but like the market's down 1,500 points in the Dow. Everyone from the beginning of the year is down 20 to 30% of their money. And all of our competition's just like, it's all good. Let's just keep doing the same thing. And you were up last night doing white papers to show a company like, dude, if you're a business owner, and anyone could be a business owner, by the way, I'm not getting into this, we need to start doing this for them. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you got to get your money over here. So I think it's the evolution of us trying to be stepping into our greatness, and it's coming together. So I want you to talk on it for a minute.
Man, that's you threw a lot
I teed you up so you can
I gave
you where you want to go.
All right, so I talked about, hey, I'm going to let a little bit of the dog come out. Just a little bit, right? So everybody lets the smile follow, right? I'm like one of the kindest people.
Yes.
Right? I want to do the right thing, right? But at the end of the day, like if you look at me at 2:00 in the morning, I am grinding.
Yes.
Right? And I'm grinding with a passion of like, we've got to right this wrong, right? That's where we started. We integrated where there's like, this is a broken system. Newsflash to everyone, right? In your retirement account, you've lost money today for no reason. The retirement you worked for your whole life for no reason is down.
When you say this real quick, all I want to yell is, wake up! Like I want to like go in homes and shake their brain. Like Dre, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to get back to right now. I want to yell, wake up. What the bleep are you all doing? This is not normal. Ask us how much money we lost. Nothing.
Zero.
Why would we still all be doing it if Warren Buffett and all the dudes took all their money out and they put it on front of everyone's news station? Wake up. What is happening to you and your family? And this is what you actually feel when not around. When I said the word effort, they'll bleep it. I'm just letting you know these guys don't have a clue. But the reality is this is our passion. If you are watching again and you just watch and shut it off, oh, they said bad word. Wake up. Now, go ahead. Sorry. I have to get it because it is, I'm so tired of people walking around like cow getting slaughtered every 5 seconds. And I'm like, just wake up. I just literally said, you are losing money. You just said it and they're going to be like, oh. No, we don't just walk around casual.
Do something about it.
Okay.
Right? So we're revolutionary. This is what's revolutionary right now, right? Revolutionary is figuring out how money works and doing the right stuff, right? Yes, since we've been young, we've been taught the wrong way, right? Save your money in the bank. Put your money in the 401k, right? How about this revolutionary idea? If you have a business, if you have in something that's income generating, put it in a tax-free growth model. What's so scary about that? What's so scary about protecting your money? Right? And it's like we say these words and it's like it's so revolutionary, right? And that's all we're doing. And we're building structures that fit that exact model where you can't lose, right? You can't lose at all. You win every single time.
Do you want me to tell you how smart we are? Can I give us some
Give it.
Can I tell how smart we are? First of all, I'm going to tell you right now, and you can take whatever I'm telling you. If you don't have your money with us at Universal Wealth and one of our agents, you are literally dealing with the wrong company. Well, I have money with Fidelity. You know how smart we are? we own us and two other business partners, Universal Wealth Management, which we cleared through Charles Schwab. We own an investment company. Let me tell you how smart we are. We own an investment company because we know a portion of portfolios will be there. But the guys that we run with on that are starting to learn after 24 years to buy into our philosophy that game ain't going to work forever. You got to do both and blend. So we went and created the company. We also own Universal Wealth, that's where we do our insurance arm and we build all that. He also is an estate planning attorney, so we have all that protected.
There's no other Pennington Law, an Inc. 5000 company in this country, in the top 1,200 fastest growing companies. I think I know a thing or two.
But here's what I'm saying. Our intelligence came from not being that intelligent. If we're going to own and operate Universal Wealth as the place to come put your money, we said, I think people are going to want to still invest. Why don't we have an investment arm? Ding. We think people are going to probably want to protect what they built. You only built a massive company on the estate planning side, Pennington Law. Why don't we have that? And then we probably should have the insurance arm because that's how the wealthy stay wealthy and everything. And we had all three of them. When people call me, I had a guy yesterday, but my guy, dude, I love your guy. What's your guy do? Oh, he works at blah, blah, blah. Titty. He works there. I said, that's awesome, dude. I would never work with that guy ever again. Why? I said, you can come to Universal Wealth. You can have that guy and me and Andre, and then me and Andre and the other people. We can mix it all together. You get all of it. Why would you ever settle? In life, you come to Universal Wealth, there's no more A or B. You get all of it. Why are you going to keep settling? What you've created from right and the wrong, out of that, everyone's like, how did you guys come up with all this? Hey, dude, this is what's going on. You saw it. I saw it. We got to right some wrongs. And we just are destroying the industry. People don't know that every day we get called by all the top insurance carriers. We get called by agents in the field, owners of other companies. What are you doing? How are you doing it? And we're like rookies, bro. In terms of if I've been here 24 years. Oh, Jesus, 24 years. You've been doing it for 3 or 4 years. I've been here 9 years. It's like 24 years. What are you talking about, right? But we're being sought after to do it. But we're very intelligent. We know what you guys need to do with your money, so we built it. And what do you do with everything you've ever done? What do you always say to me? I do what? If I see a problem, I what?
Fix it.
And build it.
And build it.
Show me your whole life.
Yeah.
So there is no other company. This is what I need everyone to understand. I'm going to get you back to your point.
Hey, real quick. I'm an entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur. We create things that are good for us. When I say us, I don't mean me personally, but that's part of it.
Yes.
What would I want as a business owner? What would I want for my family? Then we create that. We're not asking anybody to do anything we're not doing. I remember a financial advisor was like, hey, you should give me some of your money. You need to invest. And I'm like, at the time, this is where my mind was. I'm not saying this is the right thing. I'm like, until I pay off my house, I don't want to invest. And he's like, you know what? That's what I'm doing too. But all day was trying to get people to give him the money.
Yes.
So that he can invest it to make money, right? That's wrong.
Dude, 100% wrong.
Right? And that's kind of where we're at. I'm like, okay, what would I do for you as an entrepreneur? Well, it's easy for me to think about it because I am one, right? I would create an arbitrage that every dollar I spend, I earn money on. How's that for a concept? Revolutionary concept, right?
Avoid as much taxes.
Avoid taxes
and keep
legally.
Yes.
Make an expense that you have to do anyway and create a 7 to 10% arbitrage on the S&P 500 that grows compound tax-free for the rest of your life. Novel concept. You can do it legally. Why won't anyone show you how? Because the system we have in place isn't designed for the masses of the industry to make money that way.
And the second thing, they don't even know how.
They don't even know how.
It's structured not. They leave it like that, and they don't know how. Listen, and whatever part that you don't want in the show, I'll give you full rate on. But I have to say what I'm going to say next, and hopefully we can do it.
Here we go. Wait, hang on. Let's signpost this one. This is where we go left.
Yes. Well, no, because here's the reality. And I don't care if one person watches this today and listens and does it. We did our job. I mean, at the end of the day, you always want thousands of people to get it.
It's inevitable. Real quick, I don't care what the listeners or the viewers think. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care what they say about you. I don't care if you talk about our company. I don't care if you talk about our concepts, because this is what you have to understand. We are willing to go to whatever lengths we need to go to right this wrong. And we are right, and the industries are wrong. And it is inevitable. It is inevitable. How do we know? I say a few key truths, and 11 million people watch it, and they're listening. And that 11 million is going to turn into 100 million to 200 million. And we are going to exponentially increase because we're in the right. Universal wealth represents the right thing, and to allow it to grow and give hope to the country and to you. So say what you got to say, man, because it's inevitable.
I'm glad you spoke first, because you shifted my energy. So, which is a good thing. Here's what I want to say. You know what the 11 million thing does for me? It tells me people are looking. They want the information. They're tired of not getting it. That 11 million, yes, it's cool. And like, you ain't in it for that, bro.
No.
You've never been in it. Now, is it like, man, that shows me on 2 separate videos, because the topics you're talking about are helping people save in tax, like ways that people can help themselves, right? And it showed me like, man, and I see how many people, because there's like always like, hey, say this, and then that means that you want some information. Bro, I was scrolling through that 2 days ago, just really not any of the stupid ass comments where everyone gets in there. The ones that are like asking to say, please at least teach it to me. Not that they all can do it, but I was like, man, it reassured me that we're on the right message, because there's so many people that want the information still. Even though the world will tell you, try to make everything see doom and gloom, I'm like, people want the information right now. I think that's why God created the company right now. Bro, think if we would have had this company 15 years ago. The market's been a bull market for a very long time, and it would have been like, oh, whatever. We are literally built the company, not even, I mean, yes, we know we look at stats, and like, we didn't build it saying, okay, let's build universal wealth right now because the largest transfer is happening. And we just said, bro, I showed you a concept on indexing that I had learned a little bit. You saw it, you let it resonate in your brain, and then you looked at a client's portfolio and we're like, holy shit, this lady's in her freaking 80s and she's getting murdered. Why is no one helping? And then a little seed that had just been planted a long time ago said, wait, is that, hey, Jay, how do these things really work out? And I said, dude, yeah, they could have put it here. And you're like, what the hell? And you literally said, we have to right the wrong. And it dwarfed the entire company. Then now 5 million people, 10 million are like, holy shit. And it dwarfed off of doing the right thing. I guess I want to come back. I was going to go somewhere else. I'm not going to do it.
Well, let me talk to that point real
quick.
quick.
Important.
This is what hit me. She was in her last chapter. I cannot get over it. In her last chapter on a fixed income. And she could have had the income without any worry if she'd been set up the right way. The income would have come. Didn't matter what the market did. She could have kept her standard of life. Instead, she had to move from her community after losing her husband at 85 years old to go to a lower standard of life. And the industry we're in is okay with it.
They don't give 2 shits. They don't even say a word.
Like, that matters, right?
Bro, but that's where I need people to say that's where the actual thing dwarfed from. And then I sat the next 30 days in your office and I saw people come in oxygen takes, and I joked with you like, oh my God. It's like, but I started to see, like, I'm like, every single client had no protection on any of their money. Not $1, bro.
And no education
Nothing
on the option.
Dude, all right, now you're firing back up. Listen to me. I got told yesterday by someone that's 25 years old that they just got advice from a rep from their work that said, don't worry, you're young, you got time. What the fuck does that even mean? I'm sorry for my language, bleep it. I want you guys to stop for a minute and understand, like, actually think about the words, Andre. Like, you're young, you have time. What we know, what the hell are you talking about? It's the stupidest logic in the world. What do you mean? That means it's okay, you have time to lose money? Let me explain this real quick. So we are massive on cash value life insurance. Like, we are a company that understands it better than any company out there. And if you don't have, if you do not in your portfolio somewhere are leveraging cash value life insurance, specifically an index universal life, the Ferrari of permanent policies, you have you are missing out. So I lived at 25-year-old.
Can I just say that? I want to highlight that one more time.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna highlight it with exactly what you just said. If you don't know what we're talking about,
You're so done.
1/3 of your options, you're ignorant on. You're completely ignorant to how money works.
Bro.
Go.
All right. So, and you guys can cut this up because I need these to be little segments as we're going out. I know we're on the show. I don't even care. Guys, we're not here to podcast. I need you guys to get this message. And what you're saying is so important. So we will figure this out. But I need you guys to hear this. And I'm going to tell you how I responded based off of what I got. She's 25 years old. She just got told by her rep at work, you need to put money in your 457. You have your state retirement. Her 457 is not matched and it's in the market. After 5 years, you could turn it into a Roth 457. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm like, okay. So I said, when can you touch that money? She's 25. And the guy said, because she's like, isn't the market kind of rough right now? And he's like, yeah, but don't worry, you're young. So you're basically saying, don't worry, you can lose your money. What a non-educated representative in this industry. I looked her in the face and I stopped and I said, hold on. And this is what I want you guys to take. Hold on. He just told you you're young. It's okay for you to lose your money. I want you to let that sink in for a minute. And she stopped and actually thought about how stupid that comment is. So if you're younger, it's okay to lose your money. But when it's older, it's not okay. When is it ever okay to lose your money?
Well, it's the same line no matter what age anybody is. It's not like oh, don't worry, it's gonna bounce back. What about right now?
But here's what I'm.
What about that lady that needs the money right now?
But go to this. We know what product she could be buying at 25 that smokes the shit out of what she's getting told, but she doesn't even know it's an option. So that is okay to hear. And I said, so I want you to think. And she stopped and said, that does seem kind of weird. Okay, so let me explain to you what I can do for you, and let's have a different conversation, because we know that's the dumbest logic in the world, because she should be buying an IUL, not a 457. She's 25. So I said this. I'm going to do this quick, and then I want you to take this from here. So I said, okay, let me compare. He wants you to put your money in a 457. He says it's okay to lose. You can't touch it till you're 55. And you told me you've already been in this position. I'm not gonna say what position where you work at for.
Is it 55 or 59?
No, it's 59, 55 for where they're at where her career is. Right? She said, but I started young. I'm gonna be able to retire at 47. So you're gonna be able to stop at 47. That's your 20 years, but you can't get your money till you're 55 and you're 25. I said, and there's costs associated, all this stuff. I said, let me explain. Here's your two options. You can do what he's telling you, which is listen to that. Put your money here. You can lose it along the way. You can't have access to it, and you cannot touch it until you're 55. Even if you're retired at 47, you still have to wait because that's the rules. She's like, okay. I said, or you can do this option. I can give you a policy called Index Universal Life, which is cash value life insurance, where, yeah, there's still going to be some type of fee on this, which your fee, though, goes into what we call your death benefit, living benefit. So that means the money you're paying is not a fee because someone's going to get it, either you or your family, tax-free when you pass away. I don't call that a fee. I call that an investment into your future. Different words, right? They call it a fee to make it sound scary. That's for you for later or not. The other portion goes into your index bucket that you cannot lose, that grows. As long as you stay within the IRS codes they tell you, you'll never pay taxes on, and you can loan the money out to yourself anytime throughout your lifetime and never pay taxes at all. And she's like, what? I said, yeah, you just mentioned you want to buy a house. So let's stockpile some money, this thing, in 3 or 4 years. Let's loan money out, use it, and go do that. Why would you wait on anything if you're 25 to get your money out when you're 55? That's like another whole lifetime for you. And I said, so that's your options. You go with me, put the same $250 a month you're putting in. I give you all this, or you go put your money here, and the guy tells you it's okay to lose your money here. Know what she said? That guy is an idiot. This is the exact terminology on the thing. I said, yeah. Now, it's not so much the guy per se. That's the industry knowledge. That is what they understand to do. What we have and what people should do is protect first, invest the difference. They don't have a clue. You know what we have an investment firm is because we know that there's still people are still going to put money in there. But you know, most people don't even know what a structured note is. I asked the rep the other day, an investment advisor, and I said, hey, do you have your guys in structured notes? I'm not even securities licensed, right? Not me. I'm life and health, but I learned the industry because I'm not going to do something to be stupid. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, you're putting people's money and stuff. You don't even know what a structured note is? This is in front of their client, by the way.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, and I said, hey, you probably should talk to our reps because they know all this and this thing called structured notes. If you actually understood that, you'd put a lot more money there because it's almost like what I'm telling you over here, but a lot shorter thing and you can get something done. My point to the story is this. What we know, they have to know. I believe this in my soul. If people do not start coming here for their knowledge on finances at Universal Wealth, they're done. That 25-year-old girl, if I didn't meet her and how I got her, was a training appointment through our system. Somebody knew her, got a referral, did a training appointment. She would have stayed in that plan. And that same thing at 25, don't worry, you're young. Well, when you're 35, I can still tell you you're young. You're young. You lost again. When you're 45, you're still young. You can lose again. When you're 55, you're not so young, but it's you're not there. You got 10 years. Then by the time you're 65, you've been told every step of the way that you're young, you can keep doing it. You have no money. I'm so glad what we're doing is today. When I woke up this morning and we saw about the market being down, my heart sunk for every client I ever sat with you, for everyone coming through in their retirement years, and for the 25-year-old. Because that 25-year-old will be 65, and it's going to be the same story for them. Bro, with all the money and all the things, and dude, guys, if that's all we're going to get on and do the show about, like, I don't want to talk to any of you anymore. Andre made millions of dollars. He's not giving it to you, bro. Like, the reason you should be excited is the fact that he knows how to make that. So if you want to learn from someone, that's what you want to get. I'm not best friends with Andre because he walked up today and said, I forgot I have an Escalade. That's how many cars he has. Right? That's not why. He actually did forget because it was parked at the other house because I live next to him. I've seen it every day. That's not why I'm with him. I'm with him because he's somebody that knows how to build a company and build wealth. That is why I'm with him. Not because of his things. I don't care about all that. That's a byproduct of what he does. The reason he runs with me is because the same reason.
Let me talk on that.
Yeah, it's like...
The reason I run with Jason Beauvais is because he does the right thing no matter what. And if he makes a mistake, he rights the mistake as quickly as possible. And if you're going to lead people, if God's entrusted us to lead people, we have to do the right thing. We have to, right? When another company says, hey, I'm going to give you a lot of money if you abandon that team, we say no.
Fact.
Right? And if somebody wants to come in and hijack what we're doing and do it the wrong way, we have a 5-minute conversation and you're gone.
Gone.
Right? The reason I follow him is because he follows the same beat of the drum that I follow, which is this. We have to right the wrong. And we have to be secure in who we are to understand that no matter what, if we do the right thing, we take over everything and it will help our country.
You know what we're going to win? And this is it. This is it. I'm thinking I'm talking to Michael Jordan. I'm just going to go there. Michael Jordan. How'd you know you're going to be the best basketball player ever? Because he was going to do it until he was. I'm telling you, you guys don't really pick it up and everyone thinks it's a joke. He goes to bed when I wake up. We're 24 hours a day. I don't think you get, let me say it one more time. When he goes to bed, I'm waking up. There isn't a minute in the day where Universal Wealth ain't moving. Try to fuck with that. You're following one person usually or a company, and it's like it's all about them. It's never been about us. Let me explain this real quick. I don't have 11 million views on my Instagram, but I do because Andre does. This is a part you guys don't understand. We're building something for anyone that can figure out what we just said. And I don't care. And I'm going to be real for a minute. If you're in any other distribution channel doing financial services or insurance, bro, you are wasting your time because you're going to be here eventually. You might as well come right now. And if you're one of the ones that are out there that flash all your stuff and do all your stuff and you make a whopping million, I make $1 million a year, and you think you're some head honcho and you talk down to people, you degrade them, and you make them seem like you're employees. Let me newsflash everybody. If you're in most of the distribution channel, you're 1099. We don't want to be your boss. Don't worry about us setting the example. It ain't never going to stop, right? If you're in the professional market and you want to be able to go on and figure out strategies that ain't no one know what you're talking about, come follow this dude. I think it's funny. I watch this every day and I'm like, why are more professionals not reaching out to you saying, bro, show me what you're doing? You know how many attorneys are out there that are estate planning attorneys that do the same thing you do? And we wake up every morning like, what are they doing? They're watching. They're not calling. Pick up your phone, get away from your ego for a minute or your fear, and ask the guy, hey, how the hell did you take your estate planning firm and turn it into one of the fastest growing wealth? I don't say preservation is not the word. What would you say? Wealth. What's the word we use?
I'm a wealth attorney, man.
How did you become an everyday estate planning attorney, become a wealth attorney? And I asked you every day, hey, did anyone call you yesterday to ask you how to do it? All these attorneys that watch our stuff throughout the U.S., has anyone said, hey, Dre, why don't
Hey,
you
they're
show me
starting to
how
call.
do
Like,
it?"
they're starting to call now,
but in my opinion,
it took forever.
Yeah, but in my opinion, I'm like, call and at least see what it is. If that's not cool for you, whatever. But why would you not want? And then you're like, wait, you have an ecosystem that can show me how to do it? And then, like, what did Andre just say? And I'm going to end my part on this because you said something. God, I don't know where you get these nuggets. I think it's God. It is God. He said, everything we build, because we're entrepreneurs, is for us first, then we give it to the world. Most of you didn't catch what he said. Everything we build, we make sure it's for us first. So that means we're taking advantage of it. Then we give it to the world. So we make sure everyone gets the same thing we got. When we built a company, we built it for us first. Hey, we got to start a company. We got to do it. And then we flipped it upside down and said, now it's for everybody else. I don't know if anyone caught what he said. We are taking advantage of every single thing. If we tell you, hey, you should put your money in the market, why do you think we have a management? Why do we think we have a wealth management company? What do you think the structured notes and stuff are going for us? When we say, hey, you should do this as an entrepreneur, what the hell do you think we're doing? When we say, hey, when you're not an entrepreneur, which we weren't, and we were working your job, and we said, you should do this. What do you think we were doing when we had the job? We were doing that. When we say, hey, you should try this because we did this, everything we're telling you to do, and all, you're like, Andre's house, I love it. I want to live on a mountain. Well, then do the same shit he's telling you to do because he's doing the same exact thing. That's how he got the house. How do you think he forgot about his Escalade? Because he's doing all the things. And this is what cracks me up. We just told everyone, if you're out there losing money, you should call us. And half the people on here are going to be like, your rep's going to call you and say, those guys are, go look at them. They make chocolate milk together. You missed my joke, right? But the other half, and this is all we're talking to, the other half, we're going to change your life. I don't know how else to tell you this. If you want what someone has, you just have to do it. But we're not little clowns. We own the company. We put everything on the line for it, and we do every single thing. Most people you guys are following are inside of another company that they don't even own, that they're telling you what to do. They have no control over. Here's the last thing I'll say. He just said something very important. Now I'm talking to people who want to get in business. We make the decision. We don't have to ask daddy or mommy. Hey, Integrity that bought me out, am I allowed to run my company now? Oh, weird. Hey, Transamerica that bought me out, am I allowed to do this with my team now? Hey, F&G that bought me out, am I allowed to do? That's what your leaders are doing. They're not even leading anymore. You have to ask permission. As soon as you have to ask permission, you think you're running a company, your company's dead. All the companies just died. They got paid, and you're all running around. Listen to my words, baby. 50% of you are going to get what I said. The other 50% are going to make fun of it. We want the 50% that understand it. Bro, they're not calling the shots no more.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, can I? No, you can't. Sorry, Daddy. Hey, guys, you can't do this. You're dead. You're going to be
Limitless.
That's the word of the year.
Limitless, unlimited possibilities.
Oh, dude, I can't.
It's wide open, and we can take whatever we want.
Come get what's right for yours. Get in our ecosystem. Comment, help me.
Let's go.
Comment, help me, or show me, and we'll rock and roll. Hey, we'll get you guys whatever you need. We'll help you. But I'm telling you, if you're looking for an opportunity, you better team up with Universal Wealth. If you want help with your money and you're talking to anybody else, you better come talk to us first. Get what we tell you and then take it back and see which one makes more sense. I don't care if you just come, get the analysis and go back. You're going to be freaking blown away with the information. But if you sit idle, you become the casualty. And it's happening again to the baby boomers. 2000, 2008, 2012, 2020, 2025. My dad's a baby boomer, 66. He ain't losing no money. He trusted his son who didn't know shit 10 years ago, and he's not worried about nothing. But I feel very, very, that's 5 times, bro, in the last 25 years. You don't come back from this one. That's the reality. You don't come back. You don't come back. You better get with us. We'll protect what you have.
Boom.